Hello, everyone. My name is Fisher Yu, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of the Byblon project. To be honest, I'm very nervous right now. I prepared a 15-minute presentation about our topic today, Bitcoin staking. And I practiced very hard to squeeze it into 14 minutes. Not until like 1 hour ago, I realized I actually have 20 minutes. So I don't know what to say for the remaining 6 minutes. Okay, cool. So Byblon is a relatively new project in the Cosmos ecosystem. In last year's Cosmoverse in Colombia, my co-founder, Professor David Shea, introduced the Byblon project to the Cosmos ecosystem. And a lot has happened in the last 12 months. And I'm very glad to see many familiar faces again in this year's Cosmoverse. And I'm even more happier to see like new projects and people joining the Cosmos ecosystem, which is the most friendly, collaborative, and decentralized ecosystem in the world. But there are much more to love about the Cosmos ecosystem, besides being friendly, collaborative, and decentralization. Cosmos ecosystem is actually the first ecosystem that allows every app chain to have its own solvent and high-performance blockchain. And yet, all the applications can interoperable with each other through IBC in a very scalable way. The only inherent issue of the Cosmos ecosystem that people may concerned is its security. Because the app chains, the solvent app chains, turn to be smaller in its market cap. So it is more vulnerable to attacks that may overtake it or stop its liveness. Okay? On the other hand, we also love Bitcoin, which is the very blockchain that bring most of us in the crypto space. Hey, I see people coming in. Thank you. You also must love Bitcoin as well. Great. So Bitcoin is the largest blockchain in the world, and also it is the most secure and decentralized blockchain in the world. So indeed, the security of Bitcoin complements the Cosmos ecosystem perfectly. So because we love both of the two ecosystems, then we ask ourselves the question, hey, what can we do for them? So this question motivated the founding of the Byblon project. And at Byblon, our vision is to bring in Bitcoin security to the app chain universe, aka Cosmos. Our first offering of Bitcoin security sharing protocol to Cosmos is the Bitcoin timestamping protocol. So what does this protocol do is it generates succinct and provable timestamps of the Cosmos chains onto the Bitcoin network so that there is a copy of the true history of the Cosmos chains on Bitcoin. And this copy, its security level, increases over time with the growth of the Bitcoin network. Okay. This protocol solves the so-called long-range attack problem of the Cosmos chains, where the validators of the Cosmos chain first unbound from the canonical chain, and then go back to an older block where they are still a validator, and then fork the chain from there. So by solving this long-range attack problem, Byblon removes the need of social consensus from Cosmos chains. And a very powerful benefit of this timestamping protocol is that it allows Cosmos chains to significantly reduce its stake unbounding time from weeks, such as like 21 days or 28 days, to guess how many days? 1 day. 1 day stake unbounding time for Cosmos chains. early this year, in February, we launched our Bitcoin timestamping protocols testnet, which provides a 5 minutes integration to allow any Cosmos chain to enjoy Bitcoin security. Yeah, just 5 minutes, build IBC connection, and you're all set. Okay. So since its launch, we have already integrated with over 30 awesome Cosmos chains. Also, early this year, we passed Osmosis governance proposal so that the Osmosis mainnet will use the Byblon's BTC timestamping protocol when Byblon launches its own mainnet. So any Osmosis holders here or Osmosis validators? Yeah, thank you so much. You're the best. Yeah, 99.62% support rate of this proposal. Thank you. Okay, so we solved the long-range security problem for Cosmos. But we don't stop here. We are not done yet. The reason is the protection from the timestamping protocol is kind of slow because Bitcoin is slow, so you can at most get one timestamp for every 10 minutes. This slow protection is more than enough for the long-range security and for stake unbundling time reduction. But if we want to secure the fast confirmation, which is the character of any POS chain, we actually need the help from staking. Okay? So we ask ourselves the question, so, hey, Bitcoin is not just a proof of stake blockchain. It is also a 500 billion USD plus crypto asset. Does it make sense to turn Bitcoin, the asset, into a staking asset for Cosmos? Okay? So it turns out that Bitcoin, the asset, is indeed an excellent staking asset for the following reasons. First, it actually provides POS chains with up to 500 billion of security budget before we apply any leverage on it. Okay, so this is abundant. This is more than enough to secure any POS chains combined. Okay? And this is particularly important for app chains, Cosmos app chains, because for Cosmos app chains, as I mentioned earlier, they tend to be smaller in its market cap. So using Bitcoin staking will allow app chains to bootstrap itself with a very high security level, which cannot be achieved with the native staking alone. So with a very high security level, the app chains can bootstrap itself and encourage its users to actually lock a lot more values on-chain, so which is good for the app chain. And second, using Bitcoin staking will reduce the inflation pressure of Cosmos chains. This is because most of the Bitcoins right now are sitting there doing nothing and generate no yield. So Bitcoin holders, when they stake, they demand less reward and yield as long as the protocol is secure. Okay? So if a Cosmos chain adopts Bitcoin staking, it will no longer need to impose a very high inflation to just mint tokens to pay for the staking reward. Okay? It can apply a much healthier tokenomics and also give much more utilities to its native tokens. Okay? Also, using Bitcoin as a staking asset means you will have a very stable security budget. This is because the Bitcoin price is the most stable compared to any other crypto assets. In the Black Swan event like Terra Luna, blockchains that use Bitcoin staking will not have a dramatic dive in its security level, so that it's much less likely to be attacked or overtaken by malicious people. Okay. Last but not the least, Bitcoin is arguably the most decentralized asset in the world. So bringing Bitcoin as a staking asset will help with the decentralization of the chain and also reduce the staking reward concentration. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin staking makes sense and sounds great. However, when we try to communicate, to share this idea with people, most people's first reaction is, wait a minute, is this even possible? Okay? On the one hand, Bitcoin holders are very well known to be conservative, to say it in a very nice way. Okay? Any Bitcoin holders here? Anyone holding Bitcoin? Yes? Yeah. So what's the very famous saying here? Not your keys, not your coins, right? So Bitcoin holders hate bridges, hate third-party custodian, hate wrapping, hate collaterals using altcoins. As long as you ask them to transfer their tokens to someone else's address to do something, they will just turn away. Okay, no. Deal breaker, okay? So people ask us, will Bitcoin holders actually willing to participate in this BTC staking? Okay, this is the first question. And the second one, obviously, Bitcoin, the network, is not smart at all. So people are wondering, like, what kind of staking asset can you turn Bitcoin into without a Turing-complete smart contract system? Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper into this. Okay, so what is a proper staking asset? The most important property is called slashability, which means if the staker tries to attack the POS chain, its stake can get slashed. And this slashability is indeed the foundation of any POS security. Okay. The next property is called fractional slashing. Like most Cosmos people here are very familiar with this. Like it means when the slashing event happens, only a fraction of the stake, instead of all the stake, gets slashed. Say like 5% or 10% gets slashed. Okay. So this property will make people much more comfortable with staking and slashing and become willing to participate in staking. The next property is called trustless staking, which means in order to stake, the staker does not need to send its tokens to anyone else's address. Okay. This is the one single most important property that the Bitcoin holders care. As I explained earlier, if you ask the Bitcoin holders to send their Bitcoins to another address in order to do staking, they will just outright reject it. Okay? So trustless staking is very important. Then the next property will be loved by all our validator friends here. Any validators? Yes, great. Yeah. Delegation or delegatable. It means for retailer the token holders who do not want to run a validator by themselves, they actually delegate their coins or the stakes and the voting power to a validator. And the validator can charge a commission of the reward. Next one, on-demand unbounding, which is again very familiar in the Cosmos ecosystem, which means the staker can get their token back anytime after a certain unbounding period. The last property, which is very enchanting, is called restakeable or restaking, which means the staker can place one piece of the token to multiple places and earn multiple yields. Okay? So these are the 6 properties we have identified for a first-class staking asset. And we are very proud to announce that we have made Bitcoin to achieve all these properties. for the first time in history, Bitcoin becomes a first-class staking asset for Cosmos. And this is achieved without any modification to Bitcoin. And it's done in a completely trustless way. And we achieve this through advanced cryptography, our deep expertise in the BTC scripting language, and we leverage the Bitcoin timestamping protocol we have developed earlier. Okay. So yeah, a few more words before I wrap up the talk. So our progress and roadmap. So we came up with our Bitcoin staking idea in May, and within just 4 months, our awesome Byblon team has already developed the minimum viable product of the BTC staking protocol with both an Explorer and a web application that actually allows people to connect BTC testnet wallet and try the BTC staking by themselves. So Babylonians, where are you? In the front. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so we plan to launch our new testnet that has both BTC staking and timestamping by the end of this year. We plan, hopefully, to launch our mainnet in the next summer. After that, we will develop Bitcoin-based data availability. Okay? Once all the security properties are in place, we will then tackle the crown jewelry, which is the Bitcoin liquidity. Okay. Yeah. So BTC staking is still in its very early stage, and we are looking for partners from Cosmos ecosystems to build the BTC staking design, develop it together. And we also have a booth upstairs in this venue. So Bitcoin holders and app chains and ecosystem builders, please come to our booth after lunch, talk to us, and experience BTC staking by yourself. And yeah, we look forward to build a Bitcoin-aligned Cosmos universe with you. Thank you very much.